Hi there, it's me, JJ Bernard's HB544. I am here with a new podcast series called What Does Life Mean to Us? So, this series is basically going to go through what life means to me, what it can mean to you. If you have any questions, you can go to my Discord, which is HB544 hashtag 89008. I will pop that in the description as well. If you're watching this off of YouTube, I do welcome you. I also do welcome you to this new podcast series. So happy Mother's Day to everyone who is watching. If you do want to see this series, the behind the scenes on how I make it all, I have put that into the description of the actual podcast lot, so where the podcast actually is. So if you do look at that, there will be a description, and basically that is where you'll be able to see my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see my Twitch. Right now I am actually streaming on Twitch at this time, so you can actually see the behind the scenes of it as we speak. Because it doesn't stay on Twitch for over 7 days, it will go over to my YouTube. But without further ado, let's get in. So, to me, I find life quite important. It's a very nice feeling to be alive, I'm not going to lie. I think you'll all agree it's quite nice, because who doesn't like life? That's a bad pun, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. So, in this time of need, we all need to find ways that we think of what makes us happy, but we also need to find space from our loved ones. So, like, for example, if you've done homeschooling for the past 3 months, you're probably wanting space now, so you're probably quite happy to be back at school or back at work. I mean, I sure was when lockdown was over. I was very happy to go back to a slight bit of the normal. Not everything's back to normal, but I don't mind that. I don't mind a slight bit of change. I do find change quite hard. It's not something I'm very fond of, to be quite frank. And when you get used to something that's been like that for a long time, you don't really want to go back to the old. I'm digging the lockdowns and stuff. I'm digging wearing a mask and avoiding other people. I'm fine with avoiding people. I don't mind it. But it is quite weird being able to talk to people. It's like, I remember when I managed to go and see my friends, it was really hard to actually start a conversation, if you know what I mean. Because, what do you say? I know I start my conversation with, "Hi there, how are you?" But I normally end it with "goodbye." It's like a 2-minute conversation, that's about it. Not joking there. Seriously, it's literally a 2-minute conversation and it's over. I'm very bad with conversations. But what I did find was, while we were in the lockdown, the thing that kept me sane was probably streaming. And still being able to chat to other people. Still being able to chat to the world. And what I knew I was doing was I found out, in my opinion, was I managed to make people happy. And if I can do that through streams, that makes me happy. That makes me feel content. That makes me feel like I've actually done something. I've not just sat on my butt all day playing video games for no reason. I was still being sociable. So in this time, I think social media has really thrived. I think people have actually used social media as like a life source, extra life source, if you want to call it that. And it's actually helped them out to stay sane, to have a good mental health. But in other ways, this lockdown has actually affected other people. Considering it's about the 2nd or 3rd lockdown, I guess it has affected people in many different ways. And people will have found it hard, I'm not going to lie. Even I found it hard at points, being bombarded with work and stuff. Loads of stuff to do. But also, people have actually tended to their gardens and made them look nicer than they probably ever did. Not gonna lie. When you go on dog walks and stuff, if you watch my dog walk, if you've listened to my dog walking episodes on the dog walkers, yes, I did host that as well. I always went on a dog walk, and I started that dog walking podcast. Actually, the thing that got me into podcasting was Corona and all the lockdowns, because I thought, I want to do something. I don't want to sit there. I don't always want to be listening to my music on a walk and not talking to anyone. So I found streaming and podcasting, mainly podcasting, a thing that actually helped with it. I enjoyed doing it. My dad sometimes would do a voice in it. I enjoyed that. It's actually quite nice to be able to do these podcasts. And I found it as like a new hobby, which was even nicer because that's like added into my life. But the other scary thing is, the scary thing about life is it goes quickly. You start off as a child, your childhood goes slow. Get into your teens start going faster every day. Life becomes a race to live. You literally it's basically YOLO. You only live once. Not gonna lie. And that is actually the truth. You only live once, you don't live again. You may, like, I believe in reincarnation though, so I guess I believe you can live again. But, what is that? Oh, sorry, well, I just got a notification. I got so confused what it was because I hadn't seen it before. But I've forgotten where I was going with this. Give me one sec. Here we go, yeah. But, like, you've got to make the most of it. Because once you're in your adulthood, you'll be wishing you can go back to your childhood. You'll be wishing you're still at school. Because working in a job 7 to 9 is hard. I mean, you can get jobs out earlier to later. But even doing transitions from preschool to, let's say, secondary school. Well, no, not secondary school. Preschool. What's that school in the middle? You know, like, primary school area. Preschool to primary school. It's an okay transition, but in high school, then primary school to high school is a bit of a bigger transition because you've got more kids. High school to college, even harder transition. So think of those people who happen to transition through all these things in a time like this, because schools are finishing earlier, because we've got no exams now, and you're basically going into adulthood quicker. Like, you've not had to take an exam, so what will happen there? What are you going to do there? Life's just getting a bit more confusing. So what does life mean to us? Or what does it mean to you? In my eyes, you probably think life is very boring right now. I wouldn't blame you if you did think it was boring. Because it is. Life is quite boring right now. What you're going to do is sit at home, watch TV. I mean, for Christmas I got Disney Plus, and I quite enjoy watching Disney Plus. Right now I'm watching this series called Glee. TV program on Disney. By the way, I highly recommend Glee. And that's kept me quite happy. My dogs enjoyed lockdown quite a lot. Having me, my father, and my mother home all the time. Oh, she's been thriving. Kicking a ball all the time. She loves a tennis ball, by the way. My dog absolutely loves it. That's another thing, pets. They help us through lockdown, don't they? I know my dog's helped me. She's always been there. She's always given me a cuddle when I want one. Mind you, she doesn't get much choice. If I want to cuddle with her, I have a cuddle with her. Not gonna lie. But life is life, and you've got to live it. By the way, just quick announcement. These podcasts will hopefully be coming out every weekend, if I've got time. Hopefully, during the week, there might be some days where more podcasts do come out. Yeah, enough about announcements. But yeah, why do we enjoy life though? Probably because, like I said, you only go live it once. That's probably why we enjoy it. That's probably why people try and make the most of it. Especially if you can go on holiday, that's quite nice. I've just got an alert on Spreaker saying time's running out. What a lovely alert to, like, get when you're talking about life and it just suddenly comes out of time running out. Beautiful alert. That's the point. You know your time's running out because you're getting older. But what happens if you're getting younger? If you think about it, if you can stay in a child, teen, mature teen state in your head, you can probably enjoy life more than you would. Because you're still a teenager, enjoying like teenager sort of stuff. But you're a mature teenager, so you know what's right, what's wrong, and all that. So what happens if you could stay in that state? You'd probably enjoy life more. Life would mean more to you. You'd actually, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and stay in a mature teenager state for the rest of my life and see how well that goes. Who wouldn't want to do that? Who wouldn't want to live life again, though? Think of all those hours you could spend with your friends. Mind you, that's a nice thing. When lockdown hopefully gets lifted, you can probably still obey by the rules. Still wear a face mask, y'all. Face mask, y'all. Tongue twister. Can't speak now. But yeah, as long as you're sticking by the rules, you'll still be able to see your mates. It'll be nice. Give it a go. I mean, another thing that's kept me going through lockdown and these times of corona and stuff is probably music. I love my music. It's one of the main things I've enjoyed. I've always enjoyed music. It's always been there for me. It's always relaxing. Whenever I go to bed, I listen to Stronger Than You, or Hear Manilig, or My Mother Told Me, for example. There's just a few. Sometimes a Five Nights at Freddy's song. But when I'm streaming, I sometimes put on Spotify. I normally just use lo-fi. That's quite good music, actually, lo-fi. Highly recommend it. But yeah, I really enjoy it. And it's really fun. But my dream in life is to, 1, work at a zoo when I'm older. 2, become a good podcaster. 3, maybe do a bit of radio. I'd actually quite like being a radio DJ person, because I think radios have been there for us. They've kept us happy. They've still done their job at home, and they've managed to keep everyone happy, haven't they? I mean, I certainly have. I know my parents enjoy the radio. My dad especially likes Radio 4. The only reason why I like Radio 4 is because of the Archers. Quite enjoy the Archers. They're quite funny. Some people may have watched comedy through life. Don't blame them, to be quite frank. Who doesn't like a bit of laughter and stuff like that? Some people may have watched horror films. I know I watched Alien at Halloween. Quite enjoyed that at Christmas. I watched the National Lampoons. It's my mum's, my dad's tradition to watch the National Lampoons at Christmas. Christmas Vacation is quite funny. Especially when he staples his arm to the roof and then falls off. That's quite funny. But like, yeah. Life is life and you've got to live it. You only get to live it once. I'm going to let you guys think on that one. And I do hope to see you in my next podcast. If you do like it, don't forget to download it. Don't forget to leave a like if you're listening to it on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe if you're listening to it on YouTube. If you are listening to my podcast on Spreaker, please leave a like. Don't forget to share the podcast to your mates and stuff. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now, y'all. Bye for now.